how do we get this into this without using this wirelessly? Let's go.
Dave Banter, coming at you with a tech review about the products that appeal to you. Ain't no capping with a blue cap, he just spitting the truth.
Okay, let's break it all down. Dynamic microphone with built-in preamp. That is a must. Dynamic microphone must have a built-in preamp. You gotta have your transmitter here. This one's a Sony transmitter. Receiver, this is a Sony receiver. You don't have to have Sony. I will get into that. Obviously your mirrorless camera, 3.5 audio. We'll talk about that later. This XLR cable, we'll talk about this later as well. Now this digital recorder here, someone is gonna say, why won't you just use this recorder and connect it to your camera that way? And yes, you could do that. You could just plug in your microphone here via XLR. This line out will go to your mirrorless camera, but we're trying to do this wirelessly today, so we won't need this. So this is the Logitech Blue Sona, and it has a bass cut and presence, but that's not really the most important part here. The most important part to know is that it has a built-in preamp, and we're going to use that to our advantage to make this microphone wireless. This XLR cable here, the only reason why I have this cable, I'll show you. Your transmitter is going to have to go into the microphone, but because of how the microphone is built, there's no way to get that in there. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't fit. So in our case, well, in my case, I'm gonna take this small XLR cable, plug it in, and now I can access my transmitter. Now I'm not going to recommend the XLR cable. It's a good cable, that's not the point. The point is it's supposed to be wireless. So what I will recommend is an XLR adapter. So it's gonna be XLR female to male. That adapter is gonna go from your microphone to the transmitter. So it should push this out far enough to where the transmitter will stick out just like that. Unfortunately, I do not have that adapter with me. So this is why I have this cable. So the cable is going to play as my adapter today. I'm gonna plug this in, and then this will go to the transmitter. Now with the transmitter, there's a few things that the transmitter has to have, okay? We're gonna power it up. There we go. First thing it needs to have is 48 volt phantom power. You see that right there? 48 volt. The other thing it needs is gain control. It has a gain mode there, and you can select it if you want, auto gain. I won't do that, but see how you can boost the gain here? We're just gonna leave it on normal. The point is you need 48 volt phantom power and you need gain control. You must have those two things on your transmitter. Now let's move on to the receiver. Looking at the receiver, now I just put a little red piece of tape here because I color code my stuff, but don't worry about that, okay? So I'm gonna power that up. There's nothing hiding under there or anything important. So with the receiver, what you're gonna need, your phone, see how it says phones there? That's just for your headphone up top. And output level. This is important because this is going to go to your mirrorless camera. So it's going to be pushing out that audio in to your camera. So you're going to want to make sure that you can control these levels as much as possible. Sometimes I know it's a little basic, but this right here is critical to the success of this whole operation, all right? Those are the two things you need: headphone adjustment and output levels. That is it, fam. Your headphone out and then your output to the camera. These are a must as well. when you play back on your camera, you will not be able to hear the audio. This is only real-time monitoring right here. Just a heads up. So with the camera, I'm gonna turn it on. We're gonna go into the sound recordings, and as you can see, it's on manual. So we gotta hook all this up. So we just power this on, and we're gonna connect it. And now when I talk into the microphone, or if I let you see it there, see the levels are jumping. We powered on the receiver. And at the top here, we're gonna plug this into the output, just like that. As you see, the receiver is into the camera. And now, there you go. There's my levels. I'll try to raise this a little higher so you can see it. But those are my levels here in the camera. All right, fam, and just like that, we're wireless. I even prove it. See, I'm still talking. It is completely wireless. Sit this down right here. So it's definitely possible. The transmitter and receiver that I used can be a little pricey. Those together are about $700 from B&H. There are other options. If you want to talk about those options, hit me up in the comments below. I will put a link to the little adapter that I was talking about that I showed you in this video. But overall, this is what you get. This is what it sounds like. Hopefully this was helpful. Fam, I appreciate everyone. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'm Dave Banter. We out.